Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to find out why men are going to be not ejaculating for November. It's called No Nut November. How very exciting is that? Super tantric. So I'm excited to invite back with me Tyson Adams, who you might have seen in podcast with me. Hi, and welcome back.
Hey, Shashi. Good to be back.
So it seems we've been doing similar things because I just finished doing a month training with men, tantric training, Tao Tantric Arts for Men, and you're about to lead this accountability month with men. So do you want to tell me a little bit about No Nut November?
Yeah. So this is a 30-day semen retention challenge designed for mainly two things. One, to reclaim your masculine edge, and then two, to become seduction proof. So those are the two main focuses.
Tell me what seduction proof is. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, let's start there, right? So I would just say that for 20 years, as I was addicted to porn, I was very seducible. And as we know, our life force is the most important thing to live the life that we want. And so what's important to understand is we have to understand, what does the word seduction mean? Like, what is the actual definition? So I like to boil it down very simply and just say it's anytime that someone or something or a company charms you into saying yes when you really mean no. Right.
Mm,
And so
like manipulation.
exactly. And that's really what pornography, is basically to the nth degree. And what I mean specifically is they have commercialized our life force. They've sold us our own orgasms. And in that process, they steal our vital time, our energy, and our money from us. They get paid when
Mhm.
we click, just like on social media, they get paid when we click. So it's important to come together as men and to be able to have an internal no, to be able to have an external no, because that's super critical in order to not be
Mhm.
seduced into these sex traps. So I'm going to teach men what are the three most common sex traps that men fall into and how to make sure you're tracking your
Mm.
triggers so that you don't fall into that trap. Yeah.
And so does that mean a man loses his sexuality? Like if he's like saying no, like does that mean he says no to feeling sexual? Like what's the outcome? Does he
No,
just
it
become
just
asexual?
no, in fact, you'll become more
I hope
sexual.
not.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
So
good.
in the process of saying no to the things that are stealing our life force, we then get to have, instead of a quarter tank, we get to actually have a full tank. Now we have a full tank of life force. We can actually put that time and energy into our partners or into bidding for connection or, finding a new partner that is important to us. So I see this as being in
Mm,
benefit of having more sex and better sex. So, yeah.
great. So basically having more choice, more conscious choice about where you put your life force energy instead of having it seduced out of you to like things that are not serving you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
the reclaim your masculine edge piece to this is really the science of understanding what's in our seminal fluid. And so, yes, we can look at
Mm.
it as chi or we could
Mm.
look at it as jing, but when you look at it scientifically, there's proteins, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and sugars. And when that's going out too quickly, then our entire endocrine system has
Mm.
to work on overdrive to reproduce our seminal fluid and our semen. And when that happens, we get low of energy. We can't even get off the couch. We're tired. And then there's all these downstream effects that men are not really, they're not aware of. So they reach for the Adderall, the caffeine, the
Yeah.
sugar, the Netflix, all the other things that we need to regulate ourselves and to bring us back up. So what's important for a man, if you're out there and you're listening to this, it's like, are you aware of the downstream effects? Like, what are the things that you eat or need to eat in order to get yourself back up when you are ejaculating too often? And the reason I ask that question is,
Mm-hmm.
like, some men it's spendy supplements, other men, it's, video games. For me, it was croissants. Literally, I love bread, And so now that I don't ejaculate too often, I barely even eat bread anymore. So it's just important to kind of understand these. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They're also connected, huh? Like sugars and the glucose spikes, addictions, ejaculation, drugs, alcohol, like they're all connected physiologically as well. So, and so many people don't realize that their
Yep.
whole nervous system is kind of in a loop that's basically draining them. So
Yeah.
it sounds great. So you're going to lead men on a month. Why should I join? So we, tell our Live Tantra followers who might be interested a little bit about what they can expect from No Nut November.
Yeah, so the benefits of semen retention are very vast, but I'll just say there are some ones that I think are really important. So if you want better focus, drive, and flow with your brain, because your hypothalamus regulates your testosterone, you're definitely going to have better focus, drive, and flow and creativity for your business or for whatever your creative projects are. I would say, secondly, your skin, your hair, your nails, your actual vitality in your physical body will also improve. You'll definitely see a boost. Your confidence likely is going to go up. And in that confidence going up, if you're not in a relationship, then that'll give you more energy to bid for connection. If you are in a relationship, now you have that vital energy to put towards your partner, which is really important. And then I think the thing that's really important is just more sex and better sex. Again, coming back to the fact that when we have our life force, we actually are going to be more interested in bidding for connection. So semen retention is not just about not masturbating. It's also about, if you're going to have sex, let's talk about having non-ejaculatory sex, right? So it is the first step towards being able to last as long as you want in bed, and then becoming multi-orgasmic so that you can keep your seed and make love longer and, for many, many days. It have sessions that last and last and last, basically.
And I tell you, I train like 20, 30 women at a time. And when they finish the training, they're always like, now, where are those men that are doing the practices? So I'm super glad that there's more and more appearing for men and, teachers like you guiding other guys through this. So it's good to hear. We made a song on one training, from the Spice Girls. If you want to be my tantric lover, first you got to meditate, then you got to do your practice so you don't ejaculate. So
Love it.
you're answering our prayers.
Yeah.
So what will they get from this month? Like if a guy signs up for this month, what's his
Yeah.
experience going to be?
So I'm going to take men through a massage gun training, which is really important. So taking the massage gun and working through the pelvic floor, through the perineum, through the anus, and learning how to liberate some of that energy and kind of move it and disperse it. So we're going to do a lot of perineum squeezes and somatic practices so that men can circulate that energy and put it to good use, because most men, it just shoots out their cock and they don't actually have the capacity to move energy. And then I'm going to teach men some sexual reflexology, how to do penis stretching, left, right, down, up, swirling it around, testicle taps. How do we actually move some of this energy so that it
I've got one
doesn't
of those
just
too.
straight out? Yeah, there you go. So we'll do
I
that.
just led a man's training. So
That's awesome. Yeah. And then we'll have an accountability system built in. So every man will get paired up with an accountability partner so that they can actually get support and also give support to the other man, or if they want to have multiple partners, they may. And then we'll be in a signal chat together. So it'll all be in an encrypted place where we can go deep and share our wins and share our struggles. And so it's a very vibrant 30 days where men are just coming in and sharing lots of resources and sharing their wins and struggles. So it's a very cool, very vibrant community. And then let's see, what else is in there? Oh, we're going to have 3 calls, beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Those will be 2-hour calls. You can come in, we'll do some practices. I'll do a little teaching, and then men can get a little bit of Q&A and laser coaching if they want, and kind of work through whatever they're going through. So that's basically it.
are they going to not ejaculate for the whole of November? How are you going to track that? Or, is it just an intention, or, for like anyone who's listening who's never done this before and maybe they're still daily, or, and they're like, what? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So on the very first call, every man's going to pull up in the chat and they're going to make their declaration for how long they want to go. So if they don't want to go the full 30 days, they only want to do 2 weeks or a week. If that's the edge, then they can totally do that. If they want to do the full 30 days, then of course, yes, go for it. And we'll be here to support whatever you choose for the month. And then for men there we go. No, not November. So for those that want to do the full 30 days, it's great. And for those that want to do a shorter amount, that's totally fine too. So.
Okay, so it's like the support group is there and they're learning the techniques, and I think if they're new to this, whatever they accomplish is great, huh?
Yes. And then the other thing that I'm also going to give is a post-ejaculation recovery protocol. So these are the vitamins, minerals, supplements, grass-fed pills, the pine pollen, all of the things that I do in order to get my jing back up after I've released, because I've basically hacked the system so that my refractory period used to be about 14 days, and now I've got it down to about 3 days where I feel a little bit low. So basically yeah. So there's some things we can do.
That's cool. That's very cool. I like that. Wow, I haven't heard that before. That's brilliant. Well, it's worth joining just for that, I'd say. Now I kind of want to join. I want to hear what that is. Well, I'll find out from somebody. That sounds really good. So to close up this call, as we both have one, maybe you want to show me one move for our viewers. What's something that a man can practice today? Someone who's new to this. I know that like they're so used to like, hard and fast.
Yeah. Well, I'll just talk about a different way to masturbate. This will be an interesting one. So this is the frenulum, right?
Okay.
And most men, when they masturbate, they just have a death grip on their penis and it's really vigorous and it's just like, right? So one of the things you can do is you can sit straight spine in the mirror, like where you're looking into the mirror at yourself with full straight spine. And then you can literally just tickle this spot and you can learn how to bring yourself to full orgasm with parasympathetic, so that you're not actually going into sympathetic, into this heavy breathing, but you can literally just tickle yourself to orgasm, basically.
Nice. I love that. Did you know, probably you know this, that the frenulum is connected to the third eye? So like I always teach women, as you're caressing the frenulum, you can touch the third eye and enlighten a man. And the tip is connected to the crown. So after a woman's given a lingam massage, I invite her to draw the energy up here and then touch these points and then touch here and touch the crown. And he becomes completely enlightened. What a great route to enlightenment. Well, he at least gets the experience of some sublimation. I don't want to promise live on camera that guaranteed enlightenment happens, but it's at least worth practicing until you get there.
That's amazing. I love that. Well, that's new news for me. So I'm going to have to try that myself.
So you're offering our Live Tantra viewers, followers, a discount. That's so kind of you, right? And it's already a bargain, I have to say. It's already an amazing value month that you're offering.
Yes, this is dirt cheap. It's $97 and you guys get 10% off. So it's the value will definitely exceed the cost. That's for damn sure. So
let me put the coupon here. Ta-da. And
last year we had it just went away. You had it there for a second and then it went away.
I know, I was too efficient, wasn't I? There we go.
So last year we had 50.
There's your coupon.
Yeah, there we go. Last year there was 55 guys that joined, so there'll be definitely a big group. And so, yeah, we'll see how many people show up this year, but it's gonna be fun.
That's so great. There's something so amazing about doing these practices together. When even for the female practices, when I was just with a book trying to do things alone, I really didn't get it. And as soon as I started doing it together with other women, it just completely changes. And you can talk about things that are coming up for you. And it's really a great way to do these practices.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with me here today. I love your work, as everyone can see who's listened to our podcast. And if you're watching this and you like this, you can also go to Tantra Made Easy podcast and listen to a longer discussion of us talking about porn addiction. Thank you for making this offer for Live Tantra viewers, and have an amazing month. Thank you also for bringing this to the world. On behalf of all women, I say thank you.
Thank you, Shashi.
I look forward to seeing you again soon.